Friends, are you ready to Magic Key Party? Huh? Hey everybody, welcome to this special evening live stream. So happy to be here with all of you. Thank you so much for trusting me with some of your Magic Key questions. It is going to take a minute to get Magic Key rolling off of the tongue. But normally when we do the live streams, you know, I show up, I have stories, I have slides. Today, I'm only answering your questions. Oh yeah, I'm liking that. Today, I'm only answering your questions, and we're keeping in mind that everybody has the same information. The behind the scenes things I know are the behind the scenes things I know, and would never betray trust. So therefore, we're going to just go with everything on these two web pages because that's what we all know. So what we'll do is we'll look at what are trends that Disney has done in the past with the previous pass system. What can we learn from those and apply to what's going to be happening here on, what's that date again? August 25th. Be here before you know it. Oh, the key is getting ready to be available. I'm proud to be your Disneyland locksmith. Let's unlock some of these questions here. Let me see. I'm just going straight into the chat. That's all I'm doing today is chat guy, because I know when I live stream, I'm always like, my camera's dark. I can't see my phone. Let's do this. All right. Karen George says, what did Karen say? This is a reaction from Karen. Let's get in. Karen had a question earlier. Karen says, I wish I knew how many keys they will sell. I purchased tickets for November and would like to trade those in towards the pass, but I can't come out to the Disneyland Resort to do that. All right. This is two questions. Let's jump in. They're going to have a lot of these keys. These keys are, it just feels weird. They're going to have a lot of these keys. They are not going to sell out at any time fast. Essentially, what this new program does, and the reason why I've come to understand it's so similar to the previous program that we had, is, as I said in yesterday's video, they're time sharing the park. In the old days, they would just sell tons and tons of passes, and they could get into a bad problem if everybody decided to show up on the same days. The park could get crowded. It could slow down to a pace that just wasn't enjoyable. And they would get negative feedback from fans that are coming in from, far away, say Sydney, Australia, that are spending top dollar and having a mediocre, experience because of overflooding of the park. So essentially, what they're able to do with the reservation system is figure out how many tickets do we want to sell a day? That's a portion of the audience. How many people do we have staying in our hotels? That's another portion of the audience. And then what do we want to backfill with our members? And I think that this backfill is going to be divided up into different tiers. It's like, I think that higher tiers will probably get a higher reservation pool because of the money and the commitment that they're spending. But essentially, this will allow them to sell way more annual passes than they ever dreamed of selling in 2019. So if we historically look back, sometimes they would put that lower, the California pass, that would kind of go on pause or it would go away. But I think that as long as you don't wait 6 months, you should be fine. And if you're going for one of the higher passes, I think that you'll be in a very, very good spot as far as selling out. So on August 25th, let's not all freak out when we're staring at the goat for hours. And just realize that they're going to have a massive, massive surplus of these. But Karen's second question, as far as I've come to understand this, and this isn't something, this is in the terms and conditions or the more you need to know information. If you have tickets that you've already purchased and you want to transfer those tickets into your key, that is acceptable. You can do that. You can put that money towards what you've already done. And then, essentially you get to go into the park with your key and get way more visits and get a better value on your money. From what I'm understanding, that has to be done IRL at a ticket booth, which is no big deal for folks that live in Southern California. But for our friends that are coming in from out of state, I know that adds a lot of pressure because on the 25th, you don't want to get your key and spend money you don't need to and have tickets that you can't use or that you wouldn't use. So I know that that's adding a lot of stress, but I would be just shocked. I mean, if the park can hold 80,000 people and they're counting on probably giving 40,000, 50,000 slots for keys per day, in my estimation, they could sell 5 million of these things, 500,000 of these things, and be in a really good spot. So you'll be fine. All right, let me move on here and get down to the bottom of the chat. Want to say hello to everybody who's hanging out with me today, as well as my Club 1313 members. Oh, 100 people here. I remember the days I did these for 10. David Schneer with our first super chat. Yeah, key funds. Thank you for being the lone vlogger to speak out about vaccinations. I said weeks ago that honor system would never work because too many have no honor. Yeah, so vaccinations. I did a video, controversial to some, where I talked about Disney is getting their workforce vaccinated. And if you look in the language of all of this stuff, there's a lot of stuff that I pointed out yesterday that deals with public health concerns, shutdowns, all that type of stuff. So it'll definitely be interesting to see where all of that stuff moves forward in the future. But know that the terms and agreement with the Magic Key does have language in there that I understand that if they started to require new health requirements, they will be well within their agreement with you to do so. Thank you so much, David. And it's weird. It's weird that common sense is now considered heroic. And I would encourage some of my other YouTube peers to maybe be a little bit more vocal with their opinions, so that we can inform the Disney community what we need to do to keep the Disneyland open and safe. No further questions, Your Honor. Let's see here. What else do we have? Lauren Aseo says, has anyone figured out how park hopping is going to work? Do we need 2 reservations or just 1? So Lauren, that was something I was having a hard time figuring out in yesterday's video, but some very, very polite and nice viewers of the video said, hey, Brickman, I had a Flex Pass back in the day. It's very similar wording to what we had. So as I've come to understand it, if both parks are available, you should be able to say, I want to hop on my birthday. But let's say that, because of limited reservations and everything, by the time you get to booking your birthday, only DCA is available at that time. You will be hard in for DCA. And maybe if Disneyland opens up, you'd be able to switch over to a hop. But essentially, getting back to the whole time sharing analogy, which we're going to work with a lot today, they cannot let everybody count as 2 guests in each parks if they're going to do the reservation system properly. Therefore, the entire time you're in Disneyland, you're taking somebody's space over in DCA. So it's going to be a little interesting blend. Now, I believe that's the way that it will probably launch. However, the fact that Park Hopper is now registered and there's a lot of talk about, it could go this way, could go that way. I definitely believe that Disney will be fully within their rights as a company, and we should anticipate that there will be bells and whistles that we can add on to our membership program. One of the reasons that I think this is because, there's going to be that new key holder portal. And I think inside of that portal, there may be the option to do upgrades. Like, do you want to add, the photo pass or whatever different things? And I think maybe a guaranteed park hopper or elevating to a park hopper. I mean, why would they not do that? Is that like the old pass system we had? No, it's not. But that's in the past, and this is where we're living. The world has changed. The way that the park's running has changed. So I'm just going to say, I don't think that it'll be like that in day one, but just keep your expectations open for that. And I think many of us, I was expecting a much more horrible pass system. I was also expecting price points to not be where they're at. So in my estimation, for my personal economics, this feels like a value. All right, let's move. Oh, it's a rain in super chats. Chris Murray, thank you so much for the key deposit. That's a funny term. Disney Adventure Vlogs. Disney Adventure Vlogs? Man, I worked hard on yesterday's video, and the first thing that you hit me up was like, Brickey, did you know the Provost Park just hit 100K? Now, first off, Chris is super awesome, and I'm very happy for him to hit 100,000. But I just worked my butt off on a video, and you're telling me how one of my friends is succeeding. Not the proper time, not the proper place. Anyways, Disney Adventure Vlogs. Here's my question. Do you have to buy the Magic Key online, or can you buy it at the ticket booth? You can buy it IRL. Because I have a reservation for September, and I'm going to pay after I use all of my reservation. Yeah, well, here's the thing. You might want to go over into your Disneyland app, Disney Adventure Vlogs, and ask them this question, because they might tell you that when you show up in September, you can take those September funds, apply them to your pass, and then therefore that money is all going into one thing. Might be a much more efficient use of your finances. That's what I would do. And hey, where's the video of yours that I'm in when we collabed on the 66th anniversary? Always good seeing you out at the park. Thank you so much for giving me the cupcake. Breeze with the super chat. Brother Brickey, thanks for taking the time to answer the questions. 10,000 subs. Maybe a quick wrap. Get out of here. I'm not rapping. Get out of here. By the way, happy 11,000 day. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to see this thing grow and take off. Steve Greenwood says, absolute scenes when you can't take your key on the rides. Yeah, you got to put your key down. You can't take your key on the ride. Steve, that's funny, and I appreciate it. Melissa hits me up with a super chat. Hey, Brickey, do you think half off the parking on one of the keys is worth it, or will it still be better to get the dream key with the free parking? Also, don't forget to like the video, guys. Yes, Melissa's so right. Don't forget to like the videos. But this is what you need to do, Melissa. And what I would literally urge anybody to do, and I'm not only going to just read super chats, I just want to do them while they're in front of my face. You really have to take out the calculator and think, how many times am I going to the park? What is my plan? How often does it fit into my lifestyle? And you have to buy your key based off your usage, right? So Melissa, at half off, and parking's what, $25 now, $12.50. I mean, let's just do a little bit of a monkey math here. 15 times 12, 15 times 12.50. Sorry. I mean, if you go a little over once a month, you're halfway to that upgrade, but you're not the full way to that upgrade. So you just kind of have to run the numbers. You know how much you'll use it. I mean, we're running the numbers right now with my wife. You know, she loves the park, hates the crowds. You saw better Brickey in my fireworks 4th of July video. I'm glad that bird shit on her. But you'll see that, you know, we're trying to figure out with her, is she really going to go more than 6 times a year? Because we determined that the $1,000 pass, you got to go at least 7 times to really make that worth for you. And then there's the, you know, the amount of availability and reservations and stuff. All right, let's see here. West Coast Avenger, what's up, brother? Agreed, Brick. This was honestly the best AP option we could have hoped for. It's basically the same pass we had, just need to reserve. 100% West Coast Avenger. Like, it is. I was shocked, but when I reverse engineered it and played this through with the reservations, I realized that it is a brilliant business move in time sharing the passes. I mean, it really is. Like, there used to be 1 million people, alleged, fighting to go in the park at the same time. Now that's just dispersed, and Disney has a leg up on staffing and how they equip their park to handle it. So, yeah, it was a dream come true, I think, for many fans. No doubt about it. Let's see here. Melissa's follow-up is, pre-pandemic me says get half of the parking. Pandemic me with a newborn baby doesn't know what to do. Fiance and I went every week pre-closure. before our baby. Oh, well, let me tell you about babies. Babies ruin Disneyland. Yeah, you got a lot of expenditures on the way. You're probably not going to get there every week. But if you could go half as much, I don't know. It sounds like you're going to have your hands full with that first year of that little bundle of joy. And hey, congratulations on the baby. Congratulations on the fiance. Poor Beth. Get out of here. Fireworks runner. David has let's go with a negative one. Marketing 101. Give a program a new name, then sell merch to gullible buyers. I have complained in the past that I didn't like the annual pass program's marketing. I didn't like the names of the passes. I didn't like the way that the pass looked. I didn't like the way of the levels. Magic Key doesn't exactly roll off my tongue. I want to say Magic Key annual pass program, but I do think as far as marketing and giving this thing an identity, it is a lot better. I do think that though maybe these might be kind of out of order. Like, are they saying with the Imagine Key, like, hey kid, imagine to have a better life? Like the Dream Key, is that you're living the dream? I don't know. It's definitely very interesting. I think that probably the best value as far as everything you get is probably the Believe Key. I think you got to be a certain type of psycho to really make out good on the Dream Key. All right, let's get into some more questions. Let me go over to Club 1313 here and see if I can find one. Okay, Lauren, my bud Lauren, who, if you don't know who Lauren is, she's an awesome 1313 member, and she was the woman that I was riding Luigi with over in the vlog where I was hanging out with a lot of my friends at the park, and we had such a good time. She's asked a question that a lot of people are asking: will a coast-to-coast pass be returning as well? And what will the new price point be since the Dream Key is $50 cheaper? Will there be an option to add Photo Pass or Max Pass when it comes back? So I've already answered that I do believe that inside that portal there will be pass add-ons. I think that's something that's definitely we should anticipate. Now, a coast-to-coast pass, that's going to get confusing if they don't put World on our same program. You get what I'm saying? Like right now, the parks are kind of running as two separate programs to loop and stitch that all together under one umbrella. I don't know how that would work. I definitely think they'll find a way to make it work though. A lot of people have been asking about that, which shows that there's probably a pretty high demand on a, all parks pass. I think that will be something that will come in time. And if that's something that you really want, buy the Dream Key because you're hardcore and you have the money to do so. And then if, I don't know what that key would be called or that pass would be called. But if something like that does come into play, you'll be able to upgrade with the credits that you have because you can upgrade a pass. So don't let that discourage you from buying into the program. Whoa, there's a lot of super chats in here. Let me hop over. Ashley, thank you so much. Do you think it's necessary to spend an extra $20 for a paper pass in case there's an issue with scanning digital passes? Never had any issues getting scanned in, but technology has a mind of its own. So this is really interesting, Ashley. You bring up a good point. Like, it's digital only is the way that a lot of us are understanding this, and that if you actually want to have a physical pass, you would need to pay $20. That's insane, because if Disney's system goes down and everybody's standing out there with phones to get into the park, I mean, they give us paper tickets, right? You have something on your phone and they give you a paper ticket. So if you have a pass, they'll scan you in a phone, but you still have a pass. I mean, that's the same for 33 members. Like, essentially, Disney always wants you to have a digital and a physical. I would be shocked just from how Disney merchandises. I would just be shocked if there's not If that's just like saying, hey, this is the way that you can buy one, it just doesn't make sense to not give people a analog pass. Like, what could that even cost? Or maybe they don't want to do any shipping. I would say that if you have the money, it's $20. It would be fun just to own one. I mean, this is my little stack of tickets that I get from the park. And this is Best Pass. And I love seeing it. It makes me happy. Look, anybody, look at this collector's item, right? Well, the green screen's attacking it, but look at this. This is a Touch of Disney food voucher. For $20, we've all bought stupider merchandise at Disneyland. I don't know. If they don't give a physical copy, that will come back to bite them in the tail. Bree says, okay, how about a few different faces for my memes? I'm running short from IG. You know what, Breeze? I'll send you some green screen pics of me so you can meme away. I always appreciate your meme work. Disney Adventure Vlog says, oh gosh, these 4K videos editing take too damn long. That's why you don't do 4K. Nobody cares about 4K but you. 4K is such a hassle. It's a theme park video. 1920, 1080 is perfect. I've got tons of videos coming out every day. It should be mid-August and now going on another trip very soon. Man, being YouTube is fun and exhausting editing videos. I love editing the videos. It's one of my favorite things that I do. Okay. Karen George says, I have to get the dream key. Okay. Because the Believe key has too many weekends blocked out and I'm coming in from out of state. All right, let's do that real quick. Karen. One of my members over in 1313 posted this, which I think is a really great graphic that just kind of gives you an idea of where you're at. And I mean, that Believe key, the $900 one, that's not bad. This part of December is just crazy anyways. I don't know that you really want to be there then. This is a spring break week where if you would sit out and yeah, you lose some weekends in July, and the 4th holiday. But other than that, it's a pretty wide open pass. But once again, run the math, Karen. If you go $300 more to the Dream, now you're not paying for parking, and now you have no blackout dates. So let's just do this real quick. Dream key is $1,400, right? Theoretically, it's about $150 to get the ticket that'll get you in there whenever. I know there's multi-day tickets, but there's also paying for parking. So let's just go with $150 to keep it easy monkey math. All you got to do is go 10 times. 10 times and you've beat single one-day tickets. If you come in for like 3 long weekends, you're already at break even. So there you go. And that's at $150. I've got that monkey mathed out too. So, it all comes down to what's your usage going to be. Michael Morrow says, was hoping to see an Angel game video from you when you were with Adam. Great duo, great vibes. Yeah, Adam and I talked about that night. I only post Disneyland content on my channel, and I'll tell you why. I have a full-time podcast that I do. I also do this pretty full-time. I'm a psycho. I really love working. And if I started documenting all aspects of my life and things I get into, I would lose my wife. I would probably also lose my life of a heart attack. So just doing Disney content lets me take something that I really love, something that I love following, and lets me take, my talents of storytelling and editing and being an artist, lets me just pour it into one topic only. And then when I go to an Angels game with Adam the Woo, I just get to hang with Adam. And I get to take a master class on watching somebody who's amazing at YouTube. And I just hang with a bud and just be in the video and not breaking his video by trying to film my own. But I'm honored that you asked that, Michael, and thank you so much for the super chat. Ordinary Adventures. What's up? Looks like you wandered out to the ghetto. Why didn't Disney make Imagine the purple one? would make sense with Figment. Yeah, see, you bring that. Man, all right, let's debate. Is that a Peter question or a Kitcher question? Because when I was reading it, I heard Peter's voice in my head. Yeah, I kind of feel like these are mixed around a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of feel like I would put Believe at the lower end because you believe in the magic and you're on a budget and you're going to make it work, you know? And I might put Enchant over here. I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, I guess you could do it all day, but yeah, purple for Figment? Come on. But you know what it is? This is Disney blue. This is the color, the Dream Key. That's the blue that they use for the Disneyland logo. So they see that as being the closest. Thank you for showing up, Ordinary Adventures. Always excited when I pop up in your live streams. I'm like halfway through watching yours from yesterday. Yeah, David, you know what's up. This is the ghetto stream. Be Yourself says that's a Kitcher question. It doesn't sound like Kitcher if you don't hear her cute laugh after her saying it. Okay. Diana pointing out Figment is Walt Disney World. Yeah, but we're thinking big, baby. We're thinking going national with the keys. Peter question. I do appreciate the design question. Manny Avocado, what's up? Thank you for becoming our newest 1313 member. Appreciate it. Dr. Ray says, based historically, comment as to the stability of these key prices year after year. Ooh, yeah. So obviously Disney's not going for a price hike. That'd be a pretty bad look coming out of a pandemic and a year of stoppage. But yeah, these are the starting prices. And I would suspect that that probably, normally they raise prices in like February, but these, now the new pass system won't start. So probably in February, just to brace you, they'll roll out what the new prices are. And then in August or September, October, whenever your pass started, you'll renew at whatever that price is. So yeah, I mean, the prices aren't going down. They're going to for sure go up. But I think Disney, I don't know. I'd like to think that they're not going to go for the full on cash grab. And I think starting here kind of shows their commitment to not being quite so money hungry when it comes to the pass program. Stephanie says these tiers really lack design storytelling. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, how far do you go with marketing your annual pass? Before it was just the AP black and white image. I mean, the key is a step up. I'm falling in love with the key. And, for years now on my podcast, I referred to my pass as my key to the park or my key to the magic. So you're welcome, Disney. Let's see here. Tony Mendez, Coast to Coast keys. Keys all over the place. So many lost keys. Yeah, that's true. Katie Baker says, yes, anticipate a price hike in 2022. I mean, that's just kind of the way that the world works. What's up, Disneyland today? How you doing? So let me jump over here to some 1313 questions that they submitted yesterday when I was working on yesterday's video. Chris M says, will there be limitations on summer all days to the number of reservations set aside for Magic Key pass holders? Will Magic Key holders be able to make same-day reservation? Same-day reservation is something I'm really curious about because if you watch Adam the Woo's channel, when he's out at his place in Celebration, Florida, sometimes he will be able to get a reservation day of. There's been moments where I love refreshing the website and seeing if reservations pop up day of, and it does happen. So I believe that, if you want to go spur of the moment or you don't like to plan ahead, it does seem to be like a shifting landscape of possibilities. So I would think that it wouldn't be guaranteed every day, but there for sure would be moments when that would pop up and you'd be able to grab one day of and go, oh, there's 2 reservations. You want to go down and rip the park and have dinner? Yes, I do. Scary Gary, what's up, my man? Thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, Brickey, hope you're well. Personally, I'm just happy the new pass is very close to the old Flex Pass. A former holder of one, it was great for me. Yeah, Gary, I mean, I think a lot of people were thinking that the Flex Pass, even before the pandemic, was showing the path to the future. And I don't know. I feel like it could have been a lot of different things. And as I said in yesterday's video, I feel like they were planning on going in some different paths. I know Peter had my back on the language that they were using just sounded like, they were using the word rewards program for our most loyal customers. I mean, the way that Bobby Chapstick and JD were talking about this, it was not going to be pretty. And I think that ultimately they came to their senses. And I think really the reservation system and the time sharing, I think once they were able to crunch the numbers and really look at the scope of things, I think they're like, oh, yeah, people will buy this. They already did. So they knew that they had the proper price points. But the time sharing works for them. And I think the proof to like what, Peter and I from Ordinary were thinking about is this. That big survey that they sent out. Now that was all for nothing, right? I mean, that survey was for nothing because ultimately you lost a little bit of parking. You got to make reservations. Okay. That survey was for nothing. And I think that survey was for a different plan that got canned when the park reopened with such soft ticket sales, not ticket scales. And I broke down in yesterday's video kind of how we got to this moment and where I think that the pivot started with the 3-day value ticket. Magic Thrill Adventure says, shout out to Ordinary Adventures. Damn. I love that you spent $2.99 to do that. Shout out to Ordinary Adventures. Oh, Ordinary Adventures. They should sell a magic key that you wear around your neck and it has NFC to work as they pass the gate. Dude, there will be tons of key merch. No doubt about it. I mean, the idea of taking the pass program and making it a visual identity, it's such a strong idea. No doubt about it. Like, that is something very, very smart to do. Very smart. So smart that I'm trying to figure out does Mark Brickey. Does Magic Brickey have any legs? Probably not. Okay. Let's get back to some of these questions here. Cora says, I'm going to the park in September. Should I wait to get my key pass when I go and upgrade my ticket to a pass and use towards my payment? Absolutely, Cora. I think in September, there will still be plenty of keys available. If you've already spent that money, roll it in to your pass. It sounds like you live not nearby since you're waiting until September. So just do the monkey math and make sure that you buy the key that fits your lifestyle. Okay. Disneyland Today says, I'm getting the Believe key for sure. Okay. That's a good one. I'm super excited about this program. There's a bonus package for people who buy in the first 66 days. Yeah, I saw him throw that in there. William says, do you think someone will be able to get into the park, say a random afternoon, or do you think they just won't let anyone else unless it's reserved in advance? You will have to, William, have a reservation to get in. However, if you're sitting at home and you just really have the itch, just keep refreshing, brother. Keep refreshing. You can't. The way that the website works and the app works is that you have to stimulate it to get the newest data. So you can't put like a web crawler on there that will let you know if one opens up. But if you really want to go one day, just keep refreshing. I mean, if you see, like I said earlier, Adam the Woo does it all the time to get into Walt Disney World. Celine says, yeah, they backtracked real quick after realizing the APs are contributing a lot. Yeah, I think that the soft ticket sales definitely help get in here. Johnny Boy 2000, dude, being from NorCal and only can make it to the park once a month or every other month, the Enchant key has my name on it. All right, let's look at the Enchant key. All right, Enchant key, This is great. Now, as long as you can come down, not on weekends. So Johnny boy, if you got the type of schedule where you can come down and do Monday and Tuesday rips, you're in a real good spot with the Enchant. And you know, here's the thing. A lot of these dates that get blocked out, those are the cuckoo crazy days. So maybe those are days that you don't want to necessarily be there. And let's run the price. I don't have these memorized. $649. All right, let's once more. Monkey math is our friend. 5 visits. 5 visits, and you have made your money back. Such an easy decision. Richard Davis points out the keys are colored differently on their announcement. Dream is orange, Believe is pink, Enchantment is purple, and Imagine is dark purple. Get it together. But see, the fact that we're already debating this shows that there is a lifestyle shift into this branding that never existed before. Like, I just had the top pass. I don't know if it was called Signature Plus or Signature what. I just had the top one. I just bought the most expensive one because I need unlimited Disney. But these words, this branding, I think that this is going to become like a thing that people really get behind. Anna B says, well, if Walt Disney World has a magic band, it makes sense that we have a magic key. There you go. Are they doing away with the magic bands? Miguel says, looks like the magic passes were just thrown together last minute. Just saying. I kind of feel what you're saying, Miguel. Like, it doesn't feel like it's the most thought out marketing strategy. But then again, I also know when you make something that you're proud of and you know that it's going to make a lot of people happy, you can't upload it fast enough. That's why sometimes I have crappy thumbnails on my videos. I'm like, I just want people to see it. I don't want to do more work. The edit's done. I want it to go out. Idea for a shirt: when you want a day and the reservation is full means you are locked out. Oh, so many good lock and key puns. So many. Johnny, I got to your super chat, brother. Steve Greenwood says, as an international, as an international fan, a key isn't a bad option. Might get them to hide it at LAX. Hidden my keys as opposed to a hidden Mickey. Lockdown in Sydney has me reduced to super chatting bad jokes. Steve, hang in there, buddy. I hate that you're locked down. Hopefully we'll see you back here soon. I do love the idea of hiding the key under the mat out front of the gates. Let's see here. Silver Star says, I divide at $72 to calculate a number of times per pass. Well, where did you get that price from? There's a big difference between the basic, like the go whenever you want ticket that's $150. Like, are you going by like a value ticket? Is that what you're doing? Allison Carr says, love the growing engagement in your content, Brickey. The people love your spirit. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for the cold brew funds. I'll be at the park tomorrow, so Space Age drink is on its way. Tony Mendez, so tempted to buy one, but I want to hold out in case they do a coast-to-coast pass. Well, you can always upgrade. Michael Morrow says, bought a 3-day Cali ticket deal, and a week later, they bust the keys, dealio. Wow. I mean, what are you going to do in business? You're always going to put an item on sale, and somebody bought it the day before. Like, it's very hard to figure out where's that dead spot in the calendar where you can put something up for sale. Cinder, Dream Key, here I come. Yeah, that's the one for me. Dr. Ray says, will Key enhance the Disney experience, or is it just an administrative headache that Disney and we are putting behind us? I think it will enhance the experience because it will give them a better idea of what park population is. Instead of just going in blind, they will properly know how to staff, how to move the park, how to bring more people on a day that's going to be exceptionally busy. And also, they will be able to forecast when it's looking slow, which means that they will do value incentives to bring people out or throw different types of rewards and stuff like that. So I think it will enhance it. I think that the more that you can know about your customer, it gives you the ability to overservice them, being positive. Gustavo, off topic. Brickey, any plans on interviewing more Disneyland YouTubers for the podcast? Yes, I'm working on getting my next 3 together. And spoiler alert, the next 3 channels that I interview are much, much smaller than mine. The first 3 that I did, thank you to Ordinary Adventures, thank you to Best Life and Beyond, and thank you to Dylan at Theme Park Obsession. My first 3 were with people that had much bigger audiences than mine. That really helped me grow, and some of their people find out who I am and what I do. But I don't want the podcast interview series to be seen as a clout grab. So I have specifically gone out of my way to find 3 creators that have channels that are half the size of mine. Those episodes, just the way that the world works, won't do as well. But I really want the creator series to be a place where you can listen to how people decide that they want to invest their time, their resources, and their emotions in telling their version of the Disneyland story. So yes, there will be 3 more that I'm currently working on, but it will probably be some new people, and that's not a bad thing. And one of the people that I'm interviewing, it's a couple, they have like a really great story. And in fact, not only am I doing a podcast with them, but I'm going to Disneyland with them, and I'm going to get to see how they experience Disneyland in a very, very unique way from 90% of us. And I'm really excited to do that with them. Very pumped. So yes. SJ said, OMG, just realize my keys is Mickey's. There you go. You got it. William Renault, monkey math on Believe Key. Wish parking was included. LOL. Yeah, $9.49 on the pass. 10% off merchandise. 10% off select dining. 50% off standard theme park parking. That's an extra $12 every time you go. Mad Tea Party says, how much is one park hopper out of curiosity? My damn app is freezing. So if you buy a park hopper, a current ticket, the top tier ticket that gets you in at any day is like $150, right? So if you add on park hopping, I believe monkey math, that's another $50. So you're looking at $200 to be able to go to both parks in one day. So I know somebody was dividing by $72. I think that is a really thrifty way to break it down, but hey, you balance your checkbook however makes you happy. I just go by the most expensive item because really what the passport is about is giving you simplicity in your life. Let's see here. Who else do we have? Angus Rate says, can you name the channels that will be on the podcast so we can check them out beforehand? Well, no, because I like for it to pop up and for it to be like a surprise. But you can see them and go find their work and get to meet them as people. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll tease it a week out. Like, hey, coming up this Wednesday, we're going to have on the show. And then don't worry, I am then working for another 3 where we'll get back to some of the more bigger brand names that you know in this space. Deanna Bauer says, hello, Brickey. First off, I want to thank you again for the video from Walt's desk. Hey, funny thing is, the very next day, I hung out with the guy who's in charge of keeping Walt's desk looking historic. And he's like, I saw your thumbnail and I thought, oh my God, how did he sneak in here? I'm like, no, it's just a green screen. Bless your heart. Second, this new key pass won't affect anyone else's tickets. Will they? We're coming in October. No. The key, if you have a ticket to the park, you're fine. This is just for the psychos that need to go more than once or twice a year. The only way that it would affect you, Deanna, is if you want to turn that ticket into a pass. You will want to show up, go to the ticket booth and say, hey, we bought these tickets. We'd like to roll these over into this pass, and they'll do the math with you and tell you how much you owe that day and what your monthly fee is, or how much you owe to pay it off in full. Larry XRP says, parking a must for me, just saying. I mean, nobody likes paying for parking. Be Yourself Adventures, Mark, are you getting a key? And which one? You are an incredible communicator. Also, reservations, be here to stay. I'm just going to always get whatever gets me the most amount of Disneyland. Let's see here. Rachel, just went and listened to your first podcast on Disneyland for Designers about Main Street and loved it. We'll be making my way through the rest during this work week. Oh, Rachel, it always means so much to me that people go back and find the old content. That means a lot to me. Kevin Jackson, I think he's referring to standard theme park tickets starting at $72 a day. Standard theme park tickets starting at $72 a day. Somebody put a link in here for a ticket for $72 a day. I got to see this ticket. I'm not calling you a liar. I haven't seen that in quite some time. Rob Howards. What's up, bud? Hope you're doing good. It's my friend Robbie. It's his birthday. He's 10 today. He's sitting at home watching this stream. None of that is true. Rob says, a ton of thought went into this new program. They absolutely hated the monthly payment, but brought it back. Yeah, Rob, I'm with you. I am so surprised that the monthly payment option is back. However, the time sharing, I mean, you're a bright guy. You got to admit the time sharing of the annual pass program is genius. So yeah, the monthly payment program is a pain in the butt. You'd always rather have all your money all up at once. However, the fact that they can accommodate so many more people, we all know that if they were trying to eliminate people, if they were trying to do less of these, they would go no monthly payment. But the fact that they are doing monthly payment means that they want to sell a ton of these, and that helps them get to the numbers that they want to hit. Let's see here. Where am I at? Meal Wolfen 6969. Hey, Brickey, what makes you think that there will be more info on park hopping when it seems pretty defined? I just think that the park hopping language is really kind of unclear. And I also think that they have park hopping as a registered brand inside of their fine print. And if you read the park hopping data, it says for now. So for now means, well, that's the deal today, but it could change in the future. And I don't think that I would hold it past them to do like a park hopping add-on. So I, as a business person, I always believe that all plays should be taken into consideration. And just because it's not there now doesn't mean it won't be there tomorrow. And, you know, I've done a lot of work with lawyers and creative contracts over my tenure as being a professional creative. And there's a lot of stuff in that contract that is open for interpretation so that they can change the rules as they need to see fit. Ordinary Adventure says, I know which couple Brickey will be interviewing, and their story is a special one. So happy he's doing that episode with them. Oh, thanks, bud. I appreciate that. I also appreciate no spoilers. Okay, Johnny Boy. 72 a day was for the California pass for 3 days. You're breaking the rules. I got you. You're breaking the rules. You're taking a pass, which is essentially a mini annual pass, and dividing it over 3 days. No, you can't take a sale price and base reality on a sale. You can't say, oh, well, this product was 10% off once, so I'm always going to think of it as being 10% off. You can't do that. You're breaking the rules. The reason why that was done that way is to get people thinking, oh, $72 a visit. I'll buy one, and I'll go 3 times. It was a test to backfill the park and to sell annual passes. It was a test to see, can Disneyland 2021 handle the value customer? And the answer was yes. That is not a realistic number to base your math off of. If you want to do it that way, go for it. But it's not realistic because you're basing it off of a sell price. You're basing it off of a price bundled into a larger price. I knew there was something shady about that number. Jenna, Side Music, what's up? You're one of my old school homies. I'm so stoked Magic Keys are just APs with reservations. I'm back in the park, baby. Yeah, you are. And hopefully one day I'll finally get to meet you and see you out there. Okay, let's see here. Karen Cox, $72 if you buy the 5-day ticket. Do you guys understand that that if you take how many times you go to the park and you divide it down, oh, Brickey, I went 20 times last year, so I was able to get it down to $55. That's the point of the big tickets. To get the price per day low. That's why you buy your annual pass and you run the math of, okay, let me do this. All right, I'll play the game. You guys want to get me going? I'll play the game with you. By the way, I'm having fun. I'm not really mad. $13.99. All right, I'm going to buy the $1,400 pass, and I go once a week. So I'm going to divide it by 52. Dude, if I see a pass that's more than $26.90, I'm not going. It should be $26.90 to go to the park. You buy whatever you want. I'm buying the $26.90 pass. I love getting fired up about this stuff. My wife's in the next room like, shut up. Meow Wolfen 696. I'm just going to go with Meow Wolfen from now on. The numbers are too much. Think good thoughts. Love your channel. Do you think Max Pass will return? I think that they're going to go with that Paris deal where it'll be a la carte fast passes and that you'll have to pay. By the way, this is a really expensive microphone. I got to stop banging my head into it. Celine says, "Oh no, concussion. This head is hit. So you couldn't give this head a concussion. I tell you what. I think they're going to probably in that portal. I think they're going to go to an a la carte fast pass, and I'll tell you why it is a good thing, because right now, even though the park has been really packed the last couple of days, the lines move really, really fast with one system. And if they price fast pass at a price where few people use it, it will do the least amount of damage. So my vote is this: no fast pass. Let's just keep buzzing one line only. However, if they do bring it back, I hope that it's priced so expensive that very, very, very few people use it. And my argument to that would be the Plaid Vest private tours. Those people have never interfered with your time to get onto a ride. Why? Because there's so few of them. All right. $72 for 5 days. It is what it is. You're right. It costs $72 a day to go to Disneyland, but you have to buy a 5-day pass that you have to use inside of 15 days, which is really, really impractical. But you're right. It is what it is. I've been lying. The whole channel's a lie. Shut it down. Unsubscribe. I'm a false. I'm a phony. I'm a fake. I'm a charlatan. I love the term charlatan. I wish more people used it. All right, let's see here. $72. Disneyland all day long. $72 Disneyland. Susan says, what's your official designer opinion on use of Lust as the official Magic Key typeface? Susan. Sweet Susan. Sweet, innocent Susan. You know, this type of font, it's like really fancy, right? So it should be the logo, but you can't have everything be that way. Now, I've been using it in my thumbnails just to get attention because people are like looking at this vibe. But if it's Magic Key in that font, then it needs to just be Magic Key. And then all of the supportive text around it needs to be something that's not that. Because, you know, when you have too much of a good thing, you sound like Primus, where everybody's playing a solo all at once. And I hate Primus. I hate Rush, right? You got to be AC/DC. You got to have bridge, intro, chorus, maybe outro if you want to get nasty. So it's fancy. I like that they gave a little bit of flair. I like that they did the Instagram gradient inside of it, but don't overuse it. Don't over abuse it. And thank you so much for a font question. Didn't see that coming. $72 a day. Chit Chat Paddywhack. How you doing, Chit Chat? I'm trying to view my app right now. Can't get in. What's going to happen when everyone's at once? Not trying to be negative. Well, you know, there have been days at the park where the apps have gone down and it's made things kind of frustrating, but get ready to be frustrated when you guys buy your passes. But I'm going to tell you right now, they won't sell out if you give it time. You know, wait a day. We don't need to get so stressed out. Silver Stars, you're such a creep. I love it. He just keeps rocking it in there. I know it's a he because no woman would ever fight that much on a dumb detail. Sarah Sweet says, sorry if you answered this. I was just able to join. What do you think would happen if my unused ticket is $195 and not $179 for the upgrade to the Magic Key? Let me do this again. What do you think will happen if my unused ticket is $195 and not $179 for upgrading? I'm pretty sure, Sarah, that you can take whatever ticket you have and upgrade it. So if your ticket is $195 and it takes $179, I don't know. I'm having a hard time reading the sentence and getting the math together, but if you have more credit than what it's worth, then you should be good. Kevin Jackson, peace. Disney Sybil, let's see here. Disneyland Today says font names are different depending on the site you get them. There are a lot of copycats out there. Oh yeah. Plagiarism in fonts is like crazy huge. We talked about park hopping in the front of this video, style by Bear. We talked about it in the front of this video, so you can go back there. But essentially, a lot of people that had the Flex Pass said that a lot of this language is very similar to what they had. Everything around, not the Primus comparison. So it seems like it will be kind of the way that we expected to do it. How dare you unsubscribe, Rush? I hate Rush. I hate Rush. I hate when it's just like, you know, just one. I like peaks and valleys. You know what I mean? I like Primus and Rush. It's just like everybody's soloing at the same time, and you can't all be soloing because the solo would mean only one person is doing it. So you got to have a straight beat and a straight guitar, and you noodle, and then maybe the bass player takes his turn, and the drummer does his thing, but you can't all be going nuts at the same time. Get out of here. You can see I'm getting high on the magic. Passes are back, baby. Oh, I pay up front. Brickey, she's got to pay in full up front. Oh, because she's out of town. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting a little bit lost on this question, but it seems like some of you guys can help her out. Real J Dollar, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Good to see you in here. That's one of my homies from high school. Is it true that the keys come with specific tunnels to enter through? Hey, man, if they're like tunnel on the left is keys only, call me One Ticket Jones. I ain't going through that tunnel on the left ever again. Chit Chat Paddywhack hates Rush, and I love her. I'll probably unsubscribe because of the Rush hatred, too. Hey, you guys can go hang out on Tom Sawyer Island. His name Tom Sawyer, he has an island. Has the key program jump-started Disneyland profitability? I think it'll get them there. I definitely think it'll get them there. I think they're getting ready to see a massive, massive cash injection. Kevin Jackson says they will be paying money towards your ticket. You can make payments at the ticket booth or online. Sometimes you can lower your monthly payment by paying more at any time you want, is what I've understood. There you go. See, you guys help each other out. Susan, do you think Disney will cap the sales of each pass? We talked about it at the beginning of the video, so I'll go brief on that. The lower ticket, they might pause at some moments, but they're going to make a ton of these because essentially now that they're doing time sharing, they can sell way more passes than what they did before. So whatever they sold before, I think that they could probably sell 5 times as many as what they had before. And right now they haven't been selling tickets as strong as I would have imagined. So these things will be around for a while. My dude Larry 1313, thank you, bud. Says Magic Keys, Mickey, the Illuminati confirmed. It all makes sense now. That's right, you got it. Imagine if the Magic Keys could open stuff on Tom Sawyer Island. That would be sick. That would be very, very sick. There you go. You guys are helping her out with figuring out the upgrading and the money and all that stuff. Hanging with Christy says, off topic, I'm sure you've heard this before, but your voice is so perfect for this. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Okay, Wild Prince, what's up, brother? Says, I can't believe the prices don't... Oh, sorry. Let me start over. I can't believe the prices did not skyrocket, but I agree it would have been really bad optics. I bought the top pass shortly before the snap, so it's going to be the dream key for me. Come on, man. You're a prince. You're royalty. Of course you're going to go Dream Key. Whoops. Little burp just fell out. Hey, Brickey, you really have a nice voice. Thank you. Richard Davis says, does the legacy discount end on August 15th or will they extend it to the start of the annual pass sale date? I thought about that yesterday. I'm like, oh, 15 days of no discounts. Who knows? Who knows? Brian Key says the monthly payment plan was specifically kept to make the shareholders happy. Yeah, as a shareholder, thank you for doing that. That was Scrooge McCheap. Come on, don't do it to Chappy Stick. Be nice. Rob Howards, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. So happy passes it back. I know how bad you wanted this news. Yeah, man, it's awesome. It is awesome to see the passes back. It's definitely a cool moment. It's definitely a good time. It's definitely cool that they came back in like such a great way. You know, this was the worst thing. Wow, that's over exaggeration, but it was a bad thing that happened to me during the pandemic. The day they announced it, I just like straight up just cried. I'm like, oh man, come on, get out of here. And just now knowing that it's back for everybody is great. Rose Gold Sugar. Love that name. Hi, Brickey. I'm a new subscriber. Really enjoyed the podcast. They were well done and look forward to more, like the new Magic Keys, because Disney is so magical and it makes sense. It is good branding. A lot of magic there. Disneyland Today says annual pass holders made up about 50% of their attendance. But I live out of state and bought an annual pass, and that was a random purchase, and I had all options available. Nice. All right, let's see here. What has somebody asked that we haven't got to yet? Is Disneyland actually Key West? That's a good one. The key jokes are great. Karen George says if they really wanted guaranteed income, they would allow everyone to make monthly payments. I get that. I'd rather just pay up front and have it over with. I do wish that if you paid up front, there was a discount. $72 a day. Mad Tea Party says, I think this is a lesson where the corporation lost sight of the community. I think you're right. And almost lost the keys to the castle. See what you did there. Yeah, I think that they had some greedier plans that they were cooking on, and I just don't think that the reality worked out for them. And I think in the long run, they will make a ton of money doing this. They are getting pretty much across the board, like really, really positive feedback. People are really happy. So it just seems like it's like, thank God. We were due for a big win, right? 82 Prati. Dream key for me, believe, or enchanted for kids. So I can go by myself too. Oh, I thought you were saying those tickets for kids, but I see what you're saying. You're going, let me run the math here. 82 Prati's going, okay. Daddy needs the dream key. But these kids that don't have a job, they can go believe or enchant. I like that. I like that. You need to go by yourself. Kids ruin Disneyland. It's a joke. Let's see here. Jen with a G says, living in NorCal, only go a few times a year now. Passes doesn't really pencil out. Love the options though. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, Jen. Like, if you can't make the math work for you, then all you need to do is just say, okay, I don't need one. I'm saving money by not buying one. And Jen, you'll be blessed with being able to go on any of the dates that you want. So when you're coming down from NorCal, if you want to go on a weekend, you don't have to be like, oh, I got to try to figure out how to get off from work and go there on a Tuesday. Like, yeah, it's not for everybody. Federalist, one of my old school homies. Yo, you can't actually hear what you're saying because my 2-year-old is screaming in my ear and my Doberman is barking at me. Thumbs up anyways, though. Hope G says, it'll be interesting to see how hard or easy it is to reserve the dates. Hopefully easy. I think it'll be pretty easy. I think this is the way it'll work. You have to play the game on how far out do you want to grab that important date, Hope? Like your birthday or when friends are coming in from out of town. That's the game that you're going to have to play. Because, you know, let's say that you have a birthday on the horizon and you have one of the lower passes, you're going to have to hold that birthday with that one. So now you're trying to live off of the first one. Is it as easy as before? No. But I just think that it'll take an extra level of planning. And I kind of think it's a little bit fun. Style by Bay says, anyway, are people complaining about no separate magic key prices for kids? I don't recall. No. AP was same price for everybody. In Disneyland's eyes, after you turn 3, you're an adult. If there was a war, Disneyland would send 4-year-olds there. Sharpie says, I think Legacy Pass holders should get a free physical pass. I hope everybody gets a free physical pass. It would be very, very short-sighted to go all exclusive digital. Christina G says, I want a park hop. Does that mean I have to use 2 of my reservations for day? No. I don't believe that's the way that it's going to work. I believe that in the future, if I read the contract accordingly, they can do some stuff with park hopping. But I believe as the way that it rolls out, if there's availability in both parks, you might be able to get it. But once again, nobody knows totally for sure. There's just some things that we're going to have to really try to see, you know, because if there's some things you know are going to make people unhappy, it's not a bad marketing move to show them everything that makes them happy now. And then on the date that you actually buy it, there's another level of fine print. But I don't know. It seems like they try to cover everything in this to give people a very favorable expectation of what it is that we're buying. Cindy says, if I go once a month, which pass is good for me? Well, it depends on how much you think it costs to go to the park. Because some people says it's $72. I say they're paying $50 too much because for me it's $26. But if you go off of what standard ticket prices are, if you're only going to go once a month, if you get the Believe key at $9.49 at what the standard one-day ticket price costs, if you go 7 times, you have made good on the deal. So there's that math for you. Karen Cox, yes, they are going to have a separate reservation page for key holders. They're going to have a separate portal. I don't know if it's going to be a standalone app or just like a portal inside of the Disneyland app, but there will be a different area for us to go. And I am anticipating that if I'm at a Dream Key and you're at an Imagine Key, when we both log in, we might see very different reservations available. Herbert says, give me a pass in the shape of a key. I mean, how sick would it be if they really were keys? Kevin Jackson said, here you go. Here's a question. If you have a pass that has parking on it, but you have no reservation, but you want to go to downtown, will they let you do that? Yes. Yes, you can do that. If it covers your parking, at parking, they don't look for your reservation. So you'll be able to just park and go to downtown. 100%, Kevin. Good question, bud. Oh, Amy S. has a good question. If you buy the Enchant Key and want to attend on a blockout date, do you get a discount or pay full price? I'm going to say you pay full price because they didn't do any sort of discounts in the past. And the reason why they have blockout dates is because they're expecting a lot of people to pay full price. So it would kind of go against things if they offered a cheaper price for you to get in there. Johnny Metro says, the Imagine Key has so many blackout dates, you have to imagine being in the park. Oh, that's great. I love it. I love it. David says, so you think a single max pass price for key holders is out? I don't know. The fact that they're doing the a la carte fast pass over in Paris, it means that there's a couple of different plays out there. I don't know. I never really liked Max Pass because I don't do the park from open to close. I normally show up like midday and I don't really care about the attractions. So I was never able really to get enough rides out of it. I mean, I had it for free with my pass, but if I bought it for like my niece when she came out, I just felt like I was spending so much time trying to get another fast pass and I would only ever be able to get like 2 or 3. And when I divided it up, it just didn't seem worth it. I don't really know. I do think though that in that portal, there will be add-ons. I think that will be something they will be doing. Cinder says, believe Key is the deluxe AP pass and worked for me since I was out of town. Parking wasn't an issue because I had a hotel close to the park. Humble brag. Either way, I paid for parking since the hotel charges daily. Dude, some of those hotel parking prices are insane. If you don't have the Dream Key, remember you have to add parking costs. Yeah, they do now do the discount, right? On the Believe Key, you get the 50% off. Coco Loco says in 2019, they allowed Signature Select pass holders to bring a friend at DCA for $100. Yeah, see, you bring up a good point, Coco Loco. With the reservation system, when they can see that the park is full, they probably won't do much added values. But when they can see that they're not getting as many reservations as they want, they will probably do added values to think, oh, if we offer pass holders a discounted ticket for a friend, we'll get them to come back and bring a friend and make some money. They'll do that. Yvonne Garcia. I'm confused about that emoji. Is that glass half full or is it half empty? Me personally, I'm just happy to have a glass. Think about that. All right, let me hop over here and see if I have any more questions from Club 1313 as we're going to be wrapping up in 15 minutes. Let me see. A lot of these I have already answered. Just give me a minute here. I'm just doing some reading. My bud Matt Cox asked, do you think PhotoPass max passes will be additional? Yeah, definitely. I think the days of getting those, if they were going to do that, it would be in here. When you create something like this, you want to put as many bullets in there as you can to show value. So the fact that all of those things aren't in here means that that will be a upgrade, you know? And really, if you're a Disney fan, $6.49 is what's going to get you in the gate. You know you're going to buy food. You know you're going to buy water. You know you're going to buy merch. It's just to get you in the gate. So any way that they can upgrade you, they're going to go for it. Coco Loco says, do you see parks frequently reaching full capacity this fall, limited to weekends or weekdays as well? Does this all change your thoughts on the Disneyland allowing only those who are vaccinated? I think that, you know, you're going to have to plan ahead. We will see days that close out. I don't know what this has to do with my vaccination thoughts, but yeah, you will see days that will go to peak. I think it'll kind of be how it is right now, right? Like, if you want to go today, it's probably difficult. If you want to go tomorrow, it's probably difficult. But if you want to go 2 or 3 weeks from now, you're in. So this is my suggestion. If you get a pass that has like 6 reservations, line them all out. And as soon as you go, make your 6th one, right? You're always making your 6th one. If you get a pass that has 4, you're always making your 4th one. You go to the park, you scan in, and if you can, while you're at the park, pull over to the side, put it in there. Always be putting that next reservation in, and then you won't have to worry. Because if you're booking, if you have 4 and you're going once a week and you're always adding that 4th week on, you should be fine. Oh, now Cinder's talking about something that gets to my heart. All I want is World of Color back. Yeah, me too. By the way, I'll be at the park tomorrow. I'll be doing the sunset live stream. I'll be going live at 7 p.m. Which park? I don't know. Where's the wind going to blow me? But I will be live at the park tomorrow. So if you want to do another fun live stream and cruise around, let's do it. Disneyland Today says, I would expect to see Fantasmic and World of Color next year. World of Color needs refurbishing. World of Color needs a lot of work. Cindy says, is it going to be hard to get reservations on the limited available Saturdays? Book it far out. If that's what's important to you, Cindy, get it ahead of time. I mean, if you guys drag your heels and wait to the last minute, it's going to be hard to get a reservation. But if you plan ahead, you should be in a good spot. Yeah, chit chat. You want to see the calendars? Here's what it looks like. Here's a great comparison graphic. I mean, if you want to see like a specific date, I don't have that readily available. But this just kind of really gives you an idea of the difference of $300, right? Like everything's basically like $300 off from the next level. Oh, I am handsome. Well, thank you, ma'am. Allison, World of Color needs work because when it sits for too long, all of the water around it like messes up some of the mechanisms. Like, I mean, think about it. It's a projection show with robotic lights and computers that lives underwater, you know, over 12 hours a day. It's just not always going to work. Sarah, how I got this image is somebody posted it over in Club 1313. Our community is awesome. I don't know where these maniacs always find stuff like this, but they're always throwing rad stuff in there. And today when I was getting ready, I threw it over there. Hope G says, true about the reservation. We'll most definitely doing that. Also, by the way, enjoy seeing you in Adam the Woo's video. Fun to watch. Yeah, it's really fun getting to be in Adam's videos. It's awesome hanging out with him. I'll be at the park tomorrow doing a live stream, and then I'll be shooting a vlog that I will edit and put up on Friday. Someone might have to already have done this, but are you going to say, I am Magic Brickey? Not only am I going to say it, I've already made a graphic for it. How's that? The Magic Brickey logo. Oh, Aaron McCullough. What's up? Aaron! What's up? This is Donald Duck from Utopia. We finally have the keys to the kingdom back. This is my dude, Aaron. If you watch my video, which a lot of people didn't, that I shot on the 66th anniversary, I think the cover says, chasing fun with friends or finding fun with friends. But me and my dude, Aaron, we took a ride on the Utopia and celebrated his birthday. Dude, so good to see you here. You don't have to super chat to say hi. Good to see you, buddy. That was fun hanging out, ripping the Utopia together. Hope to see you at the park again soon, my friend. Let's see here. Yvonne Garcia, I wasn't trying to listen to your podcast you did, Complete Alice Project. Couldn't find it out there, the newest podcast. I'm still working on the Alice one. There's been so much breaking news that it has gotten pushed to the back of the pile. Yeah, dude, Aaron was awesome. Love meeting new citizens of Disneyland. Love riding attractions and talking to people and having fun. The park's just awesome. And the Keys, they're back, baby. Herbert, no one has ever called me a genius, but I'll take it. Please check park hopping. Another YouTube video says it's $200 more. Kevin, where are they getting that information from? Yesterday, this is all we have right now. Unless they should really, if they're saying it's $200, they should show their source. Because we have this. It's not in here. I read every line of that. And it's not in here. There are some weird claims about park hopping, but nowhere does it say $200. So if somebody's saying that, they should have to say where they're getting that information from. Because that's huge. I do believe at some point park hopping will become an added feature or something like that because of the way that some of this language is. But if it is $200, it should be written in here. And if somebody's saying that it's $200, they should be very clear on where they're getting that information from. Oh, Marina, this is totally the sunrise of the annual pass program. Look at that beautiful sun back in the sky. M.A. What's up, Mac? Hey, Brickey, how often will you be in the parks now? Once a week. I go once a week. I've been going once a week the whole time. Actually, I've been going more than once a week. Nicole says, I am new here. Nicole, welcome. Welcome to the ghetto. Uh-oh, PSA guy. Will there be a limit? Population pass holders. Well, they're going to limit how many passes they could sell. They have that inside of their language. Only so many passes could be sold, but they're going to sell a ton of them. And they will limit the population because of reservations. Only so many people will be allowed to be there at once. So, yes. Long live Launch Bay. That's right. You guys don't know this, but I live inside of Launch Bay. That is my address. If you ever want to send me anything, just send it to care of Brickey Mouse, Launch Bay, Disneyland, Anaheim, California. All right, friends. I think we have cycled through a lot of questions. Now, here's the thing you got to keep in mind. We have 3 weeks before these go on sale. This is the number one thing every Disney fan is thinking about. Currently, there is this page and there's this page. If you did not read it, if you did not see it here or there, it's a rumor. Sometimes rumors are true. Most times, rumors are false. Let me go through some of the greatest hits during the pandemic. Disneyland was going to open up for free shopping for people that couldn't get a ticket to go into Touch of Disney. My friend who was a cast member who works in Disneyland got called back, to go work over in DCA because they were doing it based on seniority, not based on location. Disneyland's reopened in October. No, it didn't, and I told you it wouldn't. If It's not on one of these 2 pages. It's speculation or it's rumor. So don't get upset. Don't lose your mind. These 2 pages available at disneygo.com. These are your best friend right now. And there's a lot of people that will try to upset you, instigate you, try to get you into this mind space, because right now, this is the number one thing. If it's about Magic Key, people are going to hit play. So just don't fall for the hype. Don't stress yourself out. These aren't going to sell out on day one. There will be plenty of these. It's going to be a good thing. So don't let people bully you in and mentally abuse you into thinking it's a bad thing. Whoa. PSA guy. Pre-pandemic, I heard there were 7 million pass holders. I have never heard a number that big, PSA guy. But hey, you're the one that does the public service announcements, so who am I to argue with you? I always heard that it was more around 1 million, and I don't know that I quite trusted that number, if I'm honest. Great Adventures falls into that weird loophole of wish they would have let you buy the keys right away because you're going there in a week, and obviously you'd like to roll that ticket into your key. I get that. Steve says, only a genius would get to Jack Num Nums and a scoop of Ghirardelli ice cream in between. Thank you. That was probably my greatest day. I know it's not a Magic Key related, but Galactic Star Cruiser, oh yeah, I want to go. My dream is to go to the Galactic Star Cruiser and be a villain, take great notes, and then when I come home, record a podcast that sounds like a radio play. So I would do my narration voice, I would do my character voice, I would put in sound effects, and I would literally make you a 45 to 90 minute long podcast that tells you the story of Darth Brickey. That's my goal. Oh, JT. Small thanks for bringing us the straight scoop. I appreciate it, JT. All right, everybody. It's almost 6:30. Let's wrap this up. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. Hopefully these questions came together. I don't want to call him out, but he's very fresh. Oh, that's funny. All right. Keep in mind, these are the 2 pages where you'll find all the data from. I want to thank you for hanging out. I want to thank you for going over these. I try to answer your questions as best I could. I mean, the honest answer is everybody knows the same with these 2 pages. And I really appreciate you showing up. If you want to support the content and be a part of a really, really fun Disneyland community, consider going over to club1313.com, where, just graphics like this fall into your lap because some psycho found it and posted it in our Discord, and hang out and have a good time with this. If you're around tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, I'm going to be doing a live stream from one of the 2 parks. Don't know where I'm going to be at by 7 o'clock. And also, I want to let you know this. I will be doing a live stream every Thursday from Oogie Boogie's Halloween Bash. So if you want to get some tips on how to maximize your visit out to Oogie, or if you just want to sit at home and just see people dressed up in Halloween costumes and good Halloween vibes, let me be your co-host to the Hollow Scream magic. All right, everybody, thank you so much for showing up. I hit 11,000 subscribers today, and that is so far away from where I was at last summer when I started doing a lot of Disneyland content. I really appreciate you guys showing up. This means the world to me. This is something that I dreamed about having for a long time. And, I keep working and you keep help making it a reality. And I am so, so honored of that. I want to thank you to all my good friends over at Club 1313. I want to thank everybody who super chatted, and I want to thank everybody who just showed up and asked a question. That pretty much means all of you. So friends, until the next time I see you paying $72 a day at Disneyland, I'll see you back here on the channel with more Disneyland fun. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you so much for being a citizen of Disneyland. The magic is back, baby. We have our keys. We have